All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the streams here on Channel 3. That's right, we've got a full primetime slot, or set of slots here across the channels on VRML. Over on VRML Channel 1, we've got King Gorillas versus Anomaly currently being played. Over on Channel 2, we've got Inverted versus Gen Z being played, casted there by Sputnik Cobra. And over here on Channel 3, you got me, Palidore. And we got Underrated Rookies, we've got the Unforgettable. And glad to see these two teams back on stream. For the Unforgettable, I have cast them at least once or twice here this season. For Underrated Rookies, I don't believe I've gotten the chance to. They have been casted, just not by me. Yeah, it's Sir Dimwee and Glean earlier on in the season, first week in fact, and then Unforgettable. Yeah, casted the last couple games back on February 6th and 7th, so good to see them back in here. Good to see you guys over there in these Twitch streams. Thank you for joining here on, well, wherever you are. Any of the channels, maybe even all of the channels. Round 1, about to begin. So, on Underrated Rookies side, you've got Tam, Most Calm, It's Yellow Man, and Sphinx. And with that, they lose a disc to Unforgettable, consisting of the active roster today, Owen Killis, Coffee Zombie, Gunny Saw, and Jake. So Yellow Man with the momentary possession over to midfield, taken by Coffee Zombie. Coffee bringing it up from the trap. They've got a cloud pass to Owen. Nice one. Over to the bow tie now, tapping off, and the good reset. Oh! Reset on the internet connection even, as Jake does get it, but had a little bit of a teleport, so... the man of magic there, perhaps. But Jake gonna walk it up the floor, sending it over to Owen. Owen has to be careful. The nugget contested by Yellow Man, now to Jake. Jake having it stolen by Sphinx. So now off into the blue. Gonna be taken back by Coffee and Owen off of that chain. So good recovery and sending it off into the orange lane. Shout out to you guys in the Twitch chat. See Jake the Snake. So another Jake of the snake variety. Hope you don't bite, but good to see you back in the Twitch chat. Deb South as well. And I recall Deb South from, I believe, the last Unforgettable stream as well. So welcome back to the Twitch stream here today. D South and Deb South. Well, we're going north into the blue. But let's see, it's going to be taken by Most Calm. Chance here at some offense. Anubis as well. Welcome to it. I assume the same Anubis we casted yesterday. Yes, the corrosive one. The one who, many impressive defensive plays, or maybe just a different Anubis. Let me know. Well, yeah, welcome to the stream. That said, welcoming themselves to it, maybe a passing play. It's gonna ding, unfortunately. That's the thing about pointing out, or trying to send those corner pockets as wow, Owen. Well, Owen will lock it. That is 3 points, 40 meters deep after 2 minutes of stalemating. A very impressive bounce shot there, looking a little bit like Nathan P from Ready at Dawn, for you guys who have played with Nathan, which I'm sure you have, because not only an active developer, obviously, at Ready at Dawn, but very active in pub play as well as competitive play, playing on There Is No Team in the Diamond Division. But Nathan definitely, in my books, the founder of that bounce shot from those bottom ramped areas. He's been doing that for years. And Owen doing a very, very great impersonation, I suppose. But doing the shot justice. That was a fantastic hit for sure. So nice job there as Underrated Rookies coming in here. A super impressive and fun to watch team from last season, when they were in fact rookies at the time. Now technically sophomores, you would call them, but... yeah, over to the bottom pass now. Again, the right idea, not quite on the connection, a little bit too much sauce on it, but still nice looks and nice crosses. You'd love to see that from Underrated Rookies, who showed up many a times, of course, in the Rookie Cups, having success there. Both the pre-Season 2 and the during Season 2 Rookie Cups, in fact. Just love to see Underrated Rookies. Just haven't been able to cast them as much yet this season, personally speaking, so I'm really glad that I got the chance to here today. They will back it out. I'm impressed so far by both these teams. Like I was mentioning, the positioning and the resets they're going for. They're not in a rush. They're not in a panic. Jake especially. Just waiting for Yellow Man to join up before they maybe send a pass off. But good cutoff by Sphinx, playing that mid lane quite successfully. Got to shout out Sphinx as well, because he's been doing fantastic work for our casters and creators team here in VRML this season, joining and providing so much help and And I'm just glad to have Sphinx on board the casting and creation crew. And Anubis saying, okay, so yes, indeed save Anubis. Well, you know what? No shame. I mean, I know you would have loved to win, but no shame in losing to Ignite either, in the sense that they've, hey, long-time team and been at that Master and Diamond tier, not just this last year, but really it's the last few years. So, still though, it was a, like I said, all those games so far, you've been one of the most impressive teams to be in that Diamond division, as will be causing some division in the Gold Jake. So off the clear, and kind of same as last time, 2 minutes expended off the clock. So this is some really lower scoring offense, and picking up the pace there towards the end off the clear and the boost. But Unforgettables, when they do get the discs, they're not in a rush. Underrated rookies, when they've gotten the disc, they've gone for those passing plays. It's just the passes might have been a little bit rushed, not connecting once they get towards that bubble. Let's see if they can change it here. Trying to make that a reality, as it will be passed to the ramp. Now Tam over, but taken over, and now it's stunned. So that play is over, and they'll send it back to Most Calm, and they'll do just that. Try to remain calm. Cool and collected, in fact, as it will be collected up high. Oh, by Most Calm, no, by Jake, right off of the tap and off the stun. Midfield brawl now, a big dog pile underneath the cloud. Now back to Sphinx. So we got Sphinxes, we've got Anubises, or is it a new buy? A new buy. In any case, we've got a stack as well, shading down the floor. Now taken here by Sphinx, actually taken back now by Owen. Owen playing some good defense, a reset to the bow tie. Jake from that nugget, and will get it. Coffee Zombie up by 7 for Unforgettable. They may forget, but they're definitely using their big brains in these passing plays there. And yeah, Glean casting as well last night, and he's Glean is actually casting right now as well over on Channel 1, I believe, with Sir Dimwee casting that second King Gorillas game. And yeah, glad to have Glean on crew. Glean's an awesome dude, and a very, very good caster, very talented here. And glad to have Glean on board as well, so shoutouts to Glean. Right now, another pileup happening at the Pac-Man. That goal is open, but the shot is not made. Rebound there to Owen, but again, the same results. The second one maybe a little bit hurried up, but that's largely because of the defense in the area. Didn't have a lot of time to make decisions, so with that, trying to punish off the turnover and still get their first score. YOLO Man from the back. So over to the midline. Oop, interception to Coffee. Coffee definitely energetic today. Had those coffee beans, and right now trying to get another goal to go. They could push it up by 9, maybe even double digits, 10 points if they get bold again and go for another 3 here. No, coming off that Joker game, that's something you see from Joker, taking those anchored threes, or taking those threes on stun goalies, for instance. But Gunny, he's just going to settle for the 2, and why not? Nice and calm and collected once again. Now, from what I do recall, it was Gunny Saw last time who made that amazing headbutt play off of a rebound, a missed 3, and he turned that into just a really quick boost on the floor and managed to get a 3-point score. One of the very few times we've seen that here in VRML, or Echo in general. So, Gunny definitely leaving an impression on me a couple weeks ago when we casted, and leaving an impression on the goal, and that opportunity as a reset goes to Jake. Unforgettable back at possession. Underrated rookies here trying to get back on defense, but really having trouble breaking through this solid play and controlled play we're seeing from Unforgettable. So off the backboard there, it's Owen with a disc. And now a grab. Most Calm. Oh, the most hot shot. And that is just enough maybe to ignite them, get them started here in this round. That was, wow. I was just like, look at this, a quick release. Now, 1:45 left. They need to do that 2 more times, so it's still going to be tough, but either way you cut it, that was a great shot from Most Calm in what was a very, very high-pressure situation in terms of the defense being right next to him. So with that taken here by Sphinx, here they go. Maybe a stun goalie. They get it. Oh, but 8m2. Oh, that could kill their efforts to come back still yet. There's time, but they needed those 3s so desperately, and it was the right move. It just was basically an inch away. I mean, those 8m2s, basically basically it means you were just a fingertip away from having that count as a 3. So that is a tough turnaround, but still, maybe another turn over here if they get fast. Definitely underrated rookies starting to find a little bit of a groove. So for Unforgettable, they gotta be careful. Don't give them any good feels. Will they, won't they? No score. That is the biggest thing for Unforgettables. They may have this round maybe secured if they can make it one more goal here, but the biggest thing, you don't want to end this final minute, you know, giving underrated rookies momentum and putting yourself in a rut to end the round, because that can reflect on round 2. But they will not be denied for one more. Coffee Zombie with a pass from Owen, and they are going right to a victory here in the first round. Got a little bit hectic there. I'm sure they were a little nervous for a second, but closing it off, Unforgettable will take this first one. 11-5, barring maybe a quick score here. Still possible, of course. So let's see, quick launch. And Yellow Man, well, quick stun. Couple seconds left here, another take back, and that is out of there, but round 1 will be done. And Unforgettable halfway to a victory in this series. But still, positive signs from underrated rookies. Put on a couple great scores there toward the end, caused some turnovers, so that could be good news. We'll see how they react, though, and respond after this intermission, of course. This little 1-minute break. And with that, too, again, Twitch chat, glad to have you guys here joining today. Of course, the channel's super busy, as we mentioned, across VRML 1, 2, and 3, so, you know, a lot of VODs to watch for VRML and Echo Arena fans tonight, for sure. But, yeah, glad to see the support, people stopping by to support the teammates, friends, family, and what have you. Great to have all people on board. Jay Fight in there saying, you've got this, rookies, just get good momentum, and I feel like they did towards the end there. You know, once they broke the seal, they scored right away again. It was nearly back-to-back 3s, just again an inch off on that last attempt, but they definitely got it going. So, you know, round 2 could be much more promising for them, and I would be surprised to see that happen right about now. So round 2 about to happen, and here we go. Always hoping for those round 3s for those joining me here as well. Keep in mind that we do have the next up after this, we have some more matches, and in fact we have another three-game block as well on Channel 1 about an hour or so from now, but a lot going on for sure, so you're in the right places here tonight on this Friday evening. But rolling out here, kind of slow roll, and I like this, kind of finding that control. Next up, by the way, will be Dust Bunnies versus Rush, just for the curious. So Sphinx, this is some extremely patient play. And you can see, just really not forcing anything. The point behind plays like this, right, is to give yourself the best opportunity at the highest percentage goal. And, you know, you basically play in the bubble, you try and get past the defender, maybe stun a defender out, and then when you have the numbers advantage, essentially, or the positioning advantage, that's when you push. That's when you go for a goal. And with that, going for one here, going for the goal, but no, it's orange. Most calm, in fact, with some vitamin C, or maybe vitamin D, that is to say defense, as it will be taken here by Gunny Saw. So Vitamin Gunny, not to be confused with a vitamin gummy. That said, Coffee Zombie will not find that shot, but keeping it maybe alive off of that midfield intercept. It's Jake. Jake up high to Coffee, Coffee to the side. Great passing and finishing. Zombie to Gunny. And they got the goal. Anubis mentioning as well, Unforgettables have another game at 11 Eastern, which I did not get an update yet, but I did ping them. I might be casting that game as well if they moved the schedules, because there were a couple matches kind of around the same time slot, but yeah, who was it against? Extinction, right? So I didn't really check the schedules yet, but if they did move off of that initial slot they had, then they might be casted again on VRML 1 in a couple hours. So with that, though, most calm here for Underrated Rookies, trying to respond. They had that nice slow play the first time around. They just kind of got lost once it got into the bubble because of that strong defense cutting off those passes at the barrier. Not going to happen that time, though. It's YOLO. Most calm, a great pass as well. Just threading it through. So, yeah, that time, as I said, I mean, finding the open cutter, and that was essentially a one-on-one, and you can't ask for really any better situation than that, other than maybe a wide-open goal. But, of course, when it comes to the slow play, you're not going to get wide-open goals too much. So if you can get a one-on-one, I mean, that is still higher percentage than anything else, just about. You know, just dragging all the defenders out of the bubble so you have more space to work with. All right, shout out as well to Emily. There's another name I recognize from the last time I streamed Unforgettable. Glad to have you stopping by, so welcome back. And from the back, on a dunking attack, it's Jake. They're up by 2. Little swing through on the dunk. Let's see, I don't forget the Unforgettables. In fact, for what I recall from last time around as well, aside of Gunny's awesome headbutt 3, they also went off and popped off for some aggressive dunks in that game. See, I think it's part of the naming strategy. You name yourself Unforgettables, by default, you just make the casters remember you a little bit more. Remember it just like it was yesterday or yesterweek. Nonetheless here, Underrated Rookies, who, as I said, I remember them plenty because they were a very dominant team there in the Rookies among Quest teams last season. Finishing second in that Rookie Cup towards the latter portions of the season. The initial Rookie Cup back in May of 2020 was, they were the winners of that. And then finished second on the second Rookie Cup. Ding was first. But yeah, Underrated Rookies are no joke of a team. They are absolutely impressive. Their teamwork was impressive from the very beginning. And just trying to continue that trend here this season. And trying to play some catch up here with some grabs, some goals. YOLO, back to back for them now. Their first 2 scores, I should say, of this round going to the YOLO man of the Underrated Rookies. And then Jay in the chat, Jay Fight saying I'm watching this and that game right now. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on all channels for sure. So I know some people sometimes they tune in to the video feed of one match and they tune into the audio feed of the other match or stuff like that. But of course, got all our VODs available on Twitch and on YouTube. All of our videos from every match that gets casted gets uploaded on YouTube, in addition to video interviews from teams, highlight reels, top plays, stuff like that. You got. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go look up Echo Rita VRML. That said, it's Sphinx looking for another one. No, instead Gunny saw. And Gunny came, saw, and conquered. With the brawls. The Gunny brawls even. And now maybe one more shot about to fall with Coffee Zombie. Walking it in like a zombie, just ever so slowly with grace into the goal. And they are in place with a 2-point advantage. Still 4:30 left though this round. Mighty contested and could go either way still yet. So what's happening in the anomaly game right now? Someone mentioned that is did it go to a 3rd round? Is it still happening? Let me know. I'm curious as well. Yellow right here though. Definitely trying to find some passes, but you can see that aggressive defense inside the tunnel looking pretty nice. That said, it's a turnover, I think. Nope, a slap over, but to the barrier. Now see, right idea in the sense that Tam was there, but unfortunately so were the defenders with the brawls. So you know, the idea was sound, but maybe the communication just a little bit off there on how covered up that barrier was. With that though, Jake here getting stunned, and there's Yellow Man. Nice punch. So if they can get that clear and immediately go for the boost, you see they have a potential double stack in the area. Will be taken back there by Most Calm. Most Calm deep down into that corner pocket. Now it's going to be dangerous just because there are defenders in the bubble. Great stun though from Sphinx, but Sphinx getting locked out with a stun of their own from Unforgettables. Now turnover going to Most Calm. Turnover with a disc at the palm. And now 3 minutes left. They're only down by 2. They can still afford to absolutely play this slow and wait for an avenue to open up. Win, like I said, win a brawl. Or for that matter, maybe just walk it in because no one's covering. And YOLO gets the 3rd goal in this round for Underrated Rookies. And there you have it. Yellow Man 6 points to lead the way, and all of them here in this round 2. So Yellow doing some work. It's a tied up game. Round 3 could be impending, but Unforgettable, they're going to try and prevent that. But will it be unpreventable is the question. Ooh, geez. Anomaly took first round and Kang won OT in second round. Wow. That's not unexpected, but not surprising, if that makes sense, right? Because you'd favor Kang in that situation, but at the same time, it's not inherently surprising for any Master Team to beat another Master Team in any rounds. That happens frequently, so... Wow, interesting. Yeah, a lot of great games here. This one is turning into one of them. I mean, talk about that overtime. We might get one here. There's 2 minutes left, and maybe even in round 3 if they can make this play. What a pass! And the finish! Oh, Coffee almost saved it, it looks like, but nonetheless, it's a goal. And underrated rookies, they pull ahead by 2. Definitely rising from the graves in round 2. Where they were held scoreless for about 8 minutes in the first round. And now after 8 minutes in the second round, they've scored 8. So hey, this is turning into quite the match as well. So Unforgettable, they don't want to be scored on 3 times in a row here because the next one could definitely be ice. A turnover to Sphinx. Sphinx to most calm. Now one is in the goal there, you see Jake. But a good stun actually from Owen, so important one. Now they need to get the boost though. They could tie, they could take a lead if they get back there fast, but underrated rookies a little bit faster. Okay, Jake with the disc now, taking it and actually sending it to Yellow Man. Also, pardon the silence there, just had to take a sip, you know. A lot of cast tonight. But that said, over here, Yellow Man bouncing it up. Oh, great grab from Tam. Tam right down and bam, off of the pole and into the goal. YOLO again. Yellow Man, oh man. Been hitting the gym, muscling it in after just a rebound and a reverse dunk at that. Look at that. That was a gorgeous move. Came in blazing hot off the boost, grabbed the anchor, and then reverse swung it in. That was a heck of a move from Yellow Man, and Yellow Man is the MVP of this second round, absolutely. Doing some incredible work, and against Unforgettable, some incredible damage. Another boost, missed grab there, looks like maybe just beyond the reach. Rebound there, could it be again? Yellow Man! Burning hot! Somebody get that guy some water. Another score for YOLO Man. 11 points in this round for him. And I don't even recall who scored that one that was nearly saved by Coffee. May have been YOLO Man as well. So YOLO Man might have 13 points. All 13 points in this round. Whatever the case is, definitely eating the Wheaties today. Underrated rookies and YOLO in the second round specifically. What a big turnaround. That was great. Sorry about that. As I said, I want to cast all these games, but man, the further we roll into the week, the more throaty it gets, man. So, try my best to hang through because there's a lot of casts tonight, but it's hard to miss when you got so many great games to cast. So, pardon the occasional silences, especially when I'm doing solo casting and cameras. It's a little bit extra, you know. We don't even have the hydration redemptions on this channel. So inconvenient. But yeah, going back to the second round. The problem is, if these teams didn't... third round, by the way, sorry. If these teams didn't get me so hyped. If they didn't get me so hyped, they didn't do so many highlight-worthy plays, it wouldn't be as much of a problem on the voice. And yet, here we are. Just water. Just water. To my chagrin, I don't love it. But I need it. Much like SpongeBob. That said, bobbing for apples, bobbing for disc, but the pass just missed. Taken back here at the station. And back here to Jake. Jake now. Unforgettables trying to, as the chat said, shake it off, get a little bit swift. Tailor, in fact. But they are well tailored here, dressing up for a win and maybe this third round, but you know it's going to be close, and you know, based on the last couple rounds, both teams are very, very willing to stall it out. They are both willing to draw out the defense. They don't need to rush, and as you get deeper into a match, especially over the course of 20, 30 minutes, and you start sweating and getting a little bit hot and heavy with the breathing, you know, sometimes that's a good thing to slow it down. That way you can breathe and you can gather your thoughts. Now up top, taken by Most Calm, and appreciation in the chat there for the kind words as well as the updates on the other matches. But yeah, for those who might not know, this is VRML and I'm Palidore. I don't know why I said that with an accent. I'm Palidore, or Pally. People usually call me Pally. But I'm your pal. See? That's how it works. Over here is Gunny Saw getting stunned. Some more stuns coming out there. Most Calm. I don't know if Calm is true to the name because we've seen some aggression from Most Calm on some of the shots earlier on, as well as those brawls. Most aggressive is what it actually is. Gunny Saw here from that side panel. Gonna send it over to the midline. And Coffee Zombie. Gonna hold it. Gonna wait for Sphinx to join, but Sphinx wisely tapping off, just trying to play a little monkey in the middle and cause a little trouble in the passing lanes. They're gonna go for that pass, but the dive instead is gonna be had from Tam. So very well-timed dive. That's the thing about these long passes. If the passes are coming out from deep enough, it is a smart move for the goalie to try and dive upon that, right? Don't allow the receiver just to get an open catch and then gather for a shot. I mean, if you can dive it, grab it, clear it, bop it. This match is bop in. So off this top of the backboard, it will be taken by Calm. Calm over to the tunnel, and YOLO Man immediately clearing it down. Once more, they gotta be careful because you see for Unforgettables, they are leaving backliner deep, so these clears are damaging underrated rookies right now. That said, damaging that goal, it's Sphinx with a very distinct dunk off the steal. Nice job. Put them up by 2. That took 2:38 on the clock to make that happen. All right, with a grab here on the launch. Wow, underrated stack was fast. Coffee Zombie to the cloud. Now we see Coffee Zombie also taking a little redirected boost there, and might have a position for a drive up on the goal. It would be a 2-on-2 currently, but no, the defense actually getting back now with those stacks. Coffee Zombie to the Pac-Man on the other side, of course. For those who don't know, we call this block here Pac-Man. Taking it back, man, but no, it's gonna be Coffee Zombie actually recovery. Back down below that goalpost. Tough angle on the catch. And a lot of mangling on the stuns. There's Gunny Saw. And Gunny Saw getting the disc. Has Coffee for the short range reset. Back to the post. Well covered though. Owen being covered by YOLO. But breaking free was Gunny, and Gunny not able to hit the shot, but a rebound from Jake. Jake, no, having it taken by Most Calm. Another great grab from Most Calm. Now they need to find their sacks, though. That boost is not going to be fast enough. So you see, once they kind of split apart, they kind of look behind for underrated rookies, and we're thinking, should we get back on our boost? Maybe, yes, no. They opted not to, and that's what costed them that chance at maybe an open 3 had they gotten their stack together. They still will get the disc back, though. They're up by 2 points with 5:42 remaining. And the offense there, breaking free. There's 2 open players. The defense missing the connection, but connecting with the head of the goalkeeper. So that is still going to ruin things on what otherwise was a seemingly open chance, but just, you know, the unluck of the draw when it came to the headbutt. Now with that, the goal covered here. They got one on the backboard. Might have an alley-oop if they go for it quickly. And instead they're gonna go for that cross cut, but no, Gunny Saw. Great save. And even more importantly, they got the boost as well. They might have the open goal. They could tie it. They could take a lead. Let's see what they go for. It's gonna be a 2. So Coffee Zombie will go for the tie. They may have had a small window to go for a 3-point shot, but it would have been risky for sure. So it's going for the safer bet, and nothing wrong with that. They tied it up. Still a lot of time to expend still. Now, of course, as we always say, the most important thing about great defense, which Gunnysaw had there, and has it again, speaking of, right on cue, Gunnysaw, is being able to actually turn it into a score. Because you can defend all day, but if you can't score the points afterwards, then what's it really matter for, right? So, you know, able to do it on both ends there for Unforgettables, but underrated rookies. I mean, ever since that first round where they just couldn't get going for most of it, but that little late burst at the end of round 1, that's all they needed to really start feeling their groove again. And there they are. They are grooving. They're dancing. It's Tam. Right past the hands of the defense. And they're back up by 2. 3:45. So clock continues to tick, but some very, very even matchups here between these two teams. I mean, neither one, especially in rounds 2 and 3, I mean, you can see they're both prioritizing the similar kind of play styles, where they slow it down. They're looking for passes more often than not. I mean, it's what you like to see. It is a team game after all, and these teams are playing their hearts out at the moment as Jake gets stunned out at that moment. Tam finding maybe an open goal that could bounce off the corner, but bounces off instead to a rebound from Owen. Now, Owen a clear off that side, but immediately prepped on the boost already were some underrated players that unfortunately, they do miss some grabs. That's damaged them a few times for underrated rookies where, you know, they chain together 1 or 2 regrabs for that speed, but, you know, by not chaining in more, they're allowing the Unforgettable players to actually come in even faster, because Unforgettable stacks, they're getting more grabs in there successively. So that's something to look out for sure for underrated rookies, is to address, because right now Unforgettable, they're trying to tie it again. There it goes. It's a tie. Gunnysaw got it from Coffee Zombie, and another successful patient play after the back and forth boosting down the floor. And updates in there saying King Gorillas won. All right, thanks for that update. Yeah, that's the game certainly that I want to catch and kind of see what happened there. Anomaly, you know, welcome to the Master Division. That said, welcome back here to the end of this game. Anyone who may be joining late off of some of the other ones ending, this is a 3rd round, underrated rookies versus the Unforgettable ones. And it's been a fun one. This is the 3rd round. These teams have been so patient and controlled for a lot of this round, although a bit of chaos now folding out there outside of that bubble. But first round was taken 11-5 as they dive in, but maybe a little rush on that shot. A lot of defenders in the way, so maybe some nerves at play as it will be stunned here. Stun coming in from Owen. But yeah, first round was 11-5 favoring Unforgettable. Second round was 13-6 favoring rookies. And right now it's 6-4 favoring Unforgettables in round 3. Big goal from Gunny. Gunny showing the offense and now the defense, or flip that around. Defense and the offense. He's had both. Some good saves, some good steals and stuns, and also the goals themselves. So, you know, in round 2, I mentioned YOLO Man. YOLO Man had 11 points, maybe 13 points, because one of them was a near save. But YOLO absolutely popped off in a way you don't see too often. I mean, he was in a zone. But with that said, definitely Gunnysaw in a little bit of a zone. And Unforgettables conceding that through the blue zone. It's Tam being assisted by YOLO Man right from that barrier. Buries it. It's tied again. 35 seconds left. Here it goes. Next play, we're going to see a game winner or we're going to see an overtime. One way or the other. This is going to be one heck of a finish. So here we go. Clearing it here, passing it as well, zipper lining it. Oh no, the goal's open! The goal's open! The goal is not made! However, a big miss, but a big rebound from Gunny. They'll have another shot at it. Jake with the disc, Jake to the shoulder, and now it's Owen! It's gonna be going for the win! And O wins. Oh my, Unforgettable! Last second, get it by. What a game, what a round. And the game-winning shot from Owen after that recovery. That's what I love about that. They missed the first shot on the open goal. That's tough, absolutely. But what I love is that they did not give up. They still got it back. They reset it. They didn't panic. They had great clock management. They recognized that they still had enough time to, you know, find a solid pass or two and drive into the goal. So that was some beautiful control despite some of the chaos and disarray. And with that, Unforgettable with another fun match here on VR Master League. And Underrated Rookies, so close to a victory there as well. Or OT, either or. I mean, fantastic performance from them. Coming back after going scoreless for 8 minutes in round 1 to have an incredible ending to that round, as well as an amazing second round, especially there again offensively. YOLO was just not missing flat out. And then this round, so I correct my scores there. Yeah, this round it was just a phenomenal one to close it out 8-6 and 8-6. There we go. My mistakes. Scores are now correct, but in any case, fun match. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. We do have one more coming up right quick. So, in fact, I do have my invite. So not staying for too long. We have Dust Bunnies versus Rush coming up in a rush. So yeah, I will be right back. You guys stay tuned, and or for you guys also parting ways, thanks for joining either or. I'll be back soon, I promise. Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to the stream. Schlart, why do you make me do these things? Why do you do these things? With that, we're back into this match. And got the Rush versus Dust Bunnies. So like I said, no time at all. I promised I'd be back soon, and boy was I. Probably should have gotten some extra water at that, but you know. With that, yeah, we got this next match ready to start here between Dust Bunnies and Rush in the Diamond Division. Here in Channel 3, as again on Channel 1 as well as Channel 2, we had matches going on. So hence me being here on the third channel. I believe the other match is now concluding just about the same time, but you know, wanted to avoid the whole startup time between ending a stream, rolling credits, intro, etc., etc. So finishing out this second block here with Rush and Dust Bunnies. After this is over, there'll be a little bit of a break, and I think I'll be back on Channel 1 in like an hour from now, or 50 minutes, with potentially 2 to 3 more matches for you guys on the main channels. But with that, we're back. I'm Palidore, of course, on the cams and the casting. You guys on the Twitch chat, amazing as always. Glad to have you guys here. Even you, Schlart. Even you. Work of art, as always. May see Schlart, I think a little bit later, right? Wasn't that one of the games I was talking about? Changing schedules, hard to remember. So many things going on. But round 1 gonna happen here. It's gonna be taken by Cakester now. Over to White Fox. Now Dust Bunnies trying to score, and they shall. It's White Fox to the Shepherd. So go figure. An animal assisting the Shepherd. Of course, Dust Bunnies, they've been in some pretty hyped games here throughout the season and some hyped casts. One of the most memorable sequences of plays I've seen what involved a big save. I believe it was a Cakester and then a game-winning shot. As it will be, oh, Bart Star rolling in no time at all. What, 8 seconds into that joust? So Rush, true to their name, doing just that there. No time wasted. Trying to remember who that Dust Bunnies game. I think it was it versus Schrodinger's Disc? I want to say it was Schrodinger's Disc. I'm not committing to that one, but I feel like it was. That was like a few weeks ago, and just some amazing plays defensively turned into game winners and whatnot. Now with that here, taken by White Fox. Now taken from White Fox. There's Bart Star with a disc, sending it over to Salty Raccoon. Now Salty over through that tunnel. A big boost coming in from Fox and Shepard. And they will hound it, rebound it. And not a defender in sight either. All kind of in that back line. So getting a little panicked here. They didn't need to be. You can see all the defenders were in the complete opposite side of the lane, and that's gonna be paid to the tune of a 2 from Salty Raccoon, so an unforced error is gonna cost them dearly. Shepard's gonna be trying to herd the raccoons next. Got foxes, we got raccoons. Wait, we got 2 foxes, how did I even miss that? Snowy Fox and White Fox. And if a fox is snowy, that means, by default, it's also a white fox. So we got 2 white foxes. That's illegal, and that's probably a ban. Nonetheless, though, it's going to be taken here at the midfield. Back by Dust Bunnies, it would seem. Cakester with the disc. Yeah, there's a lot of sus players in here right now. I agree. Man, how do I miss these things? It's almost the obvious wordplay, and I don't even see it until 3 minutes in. But White Fox there, dishing it down to Cakester, but great save. Tantrum throwing it out of there. So the reflex is on point, but seeing if they can get these points off of a great stack. There's the attack. That might have even gone in had it not been Shepard there. Might have just been an intentional reset. Wasn't sure, but it came hot off that stun. But speaking of coming off hot, well, crossing him up like a hot cross buns. There's Snowy Fox trying to get one over to Raccoon. Salty Raccoon. Salty to Bart. Bart from the bottom will not drop from that 0 angle and zeroing it out on the clear. Trying to hit that through, but it gets caught in the trap. More stacks. These teams are fast as ever always at the moment. Now Snowy Fox delivering to Tantrum. Another, whoa, slapper of a shot. Bart Star. Taking him to Bart Mart, a la carte. A little bit sweet and a little bit tart. By the way, where's Schlart? Sorry, I had to throw you in there again. I love you, Schlart, but please don't come back and say things that you forced me to slap you for. I hate slapping people with timeouts. Makes me want to slap myself in a timeout. In fact, maybe I will. Nonetheless, though, taken there by Cakesters. What's up to Yellow Man, by the way? Very good games that played there. That was a tough one, but I mean that was second round. What did you eat? What did you eat for breakfast or dinner? Because, Lord, 11 points, maybe 13. I'm not sure who scored that goal. That was a save, but yeah, gotta shout out Yellow Man because holy smokes, was Yellow in a zone about what 10-15 minutes ago or so. It was nuts. But in any case, though, it's clear here coming in, and talk about those blazing stacks again coming in, and it's going to be taken by White Fox, and Rush going to be happy that one missed because they weren't quite there in time. That said, Rush now trying to get back here as Dust Bunnies go on the offense. Now some good coverage from Snowy Fox. And some more coverage there as Cakester gets the recover. So recoverage, in fact. Skyla with the disc. Skyla, of course, a supreme striker for many a years now. Always fun to watch Skyla here in VRML and competitive play. There's Skyla right on cue from Cakester. Solid plays and solid finish. They're back within 2 points here, halfway through the first round. Yellow saying drank milk for breakfast. Might be the secret. Someone go tell Callan, wherever Callan might be. He is definitely a fan of milk. Actually, Shepard as well. Shepard, who was also on Team Milk, aka Creamy Milk, last season. But Tantrum here with the disc, sending it up to Salty Raccoon. by the cloud and by the bow tie. The positioning here, spacing very nice, but being taken off guard by White Fox. White Fox is going to throw that deep down the lane. Recovery going to be had, well, by no one. Sailing past just about everyone thanks to that bounce. That's right, Smooth Riding. Creamy Milk. But they were known as just Milk in Season 1. Then they changed their name to Creamy Milk. And then when Shepard joined the team, they were gonna change their name to Shepherd's Milk, but I said no way, can't happen. that was one name change too far. In any case here, Smooth as Silk. It's White Fox. White Fox over to Shepard. Speaking of, but Shepard getting stunned. Back out, and it's punished on the rebound. It's White Fox replenishing the goal to tie it up. Well, that is a tough miss on that reset to the goalkeeper. So you know what? We saw that earlier. Where Dust Bunnies had kind of had a really unforced turnover at mid lane. But it cost them the points, but you know what? They made up for it eventually, because it's a similar thing now going against Rush. So, yeah, we're right back here. Tied up game, 3 minutes remaining. Now, let's see, a shot attempt. One of those that they might want back. That's going to be costly. Could have gone up by 3. It will be instead of clear. Now, on the other end, they make this as well. Oh, the 3-point turnaround. Make that a 6-point swing, essentially. Big shot by Snowy Fox. And a 3-point lead for Rush. But because of that missed 3-pointer from Dust Bunnies, that's basically a 6-point swing when you think about it. That is very, very tough and punishing. So that said, on this joust here, gonna be taken back by Tantrum. Tantrum needs to throw that out of there. Maybe the communication not quite there because there was a defender right on the toes, but might not matter. We'll have another open goal, but rushing that one a little bit. Could have put them up big. They'll still get the rebound, however. And Bart Star with that disc. No one covering Bart, and still finding a cross. So that was 2 uncovered players, and Rush was able to fully capitalize and convert. 11-6. Starting to definitely swing it towards Rush's favor as we approach the end of this round, perhaps. Jay Giselle stopping by, asking how my day is going. It's going well. I will admit I'm a little bit, hold on, a lot bit on the shot. Bit by bit, Snowy Fox, they are starting to really pull away. What a great, confident throw from Snowy. I was gonna say that I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. With the caveat that my voice is starting to run a little bit dry, so solo casting here at the moment. If you do hear me occasionally just go completely silent for a few seconds, that's because I'm trying to hydrate. That's all. But that said, a fantastic shot here, and another one there from White Fox. So you get the Snowy Fox on one end, and then the White Fox on the other. And those are some foxy plays, putting in some spice. But yeah, how's it going for you guys? JJ and Connor, Smooth Riding, of course. Abchu, glad to see you guys. How's Skinny doing? Has he recovered from his most recent fire yet? I'm curious. Either or though, Tantrum with the disc, and they're gonna maintain control. They're looking to play it slowly here and not really rush anything. Again, I'm not purposely going to that pun, but anyway, you know what I mean. They're trying to just waste the clock now because they can afford it. They've got this locked down, and they've got the rebound. There's Bart Star with a little bit of a 1-inch Joker train, basically anchoring on the teammate for a goal, a dunk at that, and that was some very convenient placement, as it will be 16-8. Round 1 about to finish here. Smooth Riding said that Skinny said that I'm fired. Sorry to break it to Skinny, but he ain't got that authority. But with that 16-8 in round 1, Rush, impressive effort here, especially putting on some more points towards those last few minutes. Got hot, YOLO style. Okay, I am back. I'm back. Like I said, had to hydrate. And Schlart is also back with a message. I'll take it. I don't care how sarcastic it is. Just don't make me be a bad guy because I don't like it. Just behave. You know what I always say: happy, healthy, safe, good to each other. We'll see you again real soon. That type of thing. Not that hard of a thing to do, I promise. Of course, I say that as someone who fires skinny all the time, so I'm pretty rude in my own right, but gotta crack open another one of these. Anyway, whatever. I'll take it, Schlart. You're back. You're fine. With that, to round 2. Hope you enjoyed looking at my face drinking water for the last 30 seconds. So, round 2 coming up. You know, doesn't help probably having the lights and stuff because that makes me even hotter. So I have 3 different lamps turned on here on my middle, left, and right. They make me sweat, man. They make me sweat. Now, with that said, taken back here, it's White Fox. White Fox with the disc. White Fox to the midfield. I'm not sure how to read. I'm not sure how to read what Schlart is saying right now. I feel like there's some genuineness in there, and yet I've been trolled so much this week by other people that I just get so nervous when I hear the copy pastas and things like that, or potential. Either way, we're going, they're goaling. It's Bart, they're bowling even. That's a striker. It's Bart Star, the fire. I don't care what anyone says. I love me some Schlart. Hence why I also stream Schlart Team so much in Season 2, and again, this season as well. But trying not to go extinct here. Shepard right back to Cakester. Cakester on this launch. We'll send it now crisscross to White Fox. White Fox. Oh, the big stun on Bart. That was bold. That was dusty. But it will be the 2-point hit. It's tied. White Fox dropping heads and making them roll. Wow. Good job. Bold job. Very bold. I'm never one who would go for those dusties or enders too much. Occasional enders, but I'm just not. I'm not daring enough to go for them. I just rather, find the passes myself. But players are so good and quick with it these days that they are good moves to execute on occasion. I mean, yeah, we've seen some quick ones. Definitely. Okay, I love you, Schlart. But to the midfield here, taken by Snowy. Snowy from the station. And over to the interception. Cakester right back. A little bit of another kind of indirect Joker train. Not the intention, but you gotta mention the 3 is going in for Shepard. A triple booster down the floor from Dust Bunnies player. And Abshu saying, first game after falling out of Diamond is tough. I've said, speaking of old days in there and such. Now, like if Eclipse came back and we got like a 4th, or we got, Eye Shiny maybe back or something. Like I feel like Master, we'd get Goomba stomped. I can guarantee that. At least before we get some practice in. I'd be curious about facing some of these Diamond teams here, though, as Snowy Fox and Bart Star connect for the goal. Which is to say, I'm supremely impressed. I mean, again, coming off of a competitive history where it was really only a few teams at the top who were kind of the main focus and competitive, and everyone else there were noticeable divisions, the tiers, right? But these days, I mean, in every division of VRML, which is to say, gold, bronze, gold, silver, diamond, master. I know I got that all out of order, but really, there's so many competitive teams. I feel like I could maybe compete with some of these diamond teams, but even then, I'm not too sure. I played with some of these guys in the off season, in addition to streaming them, as they will get another goal. This is what I mean. It's not like before, where you didn't see that kind of teamwork. Snowy Fox connecting with Bart Star there again. I mean, I love it. I love it so much. That's the only thing about casting that makes me regret not casting, is the fact that I'm not playing in a game that is this competitively healthy now. where you can have literally dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of teams who are solid on the passing, solid on the boosting. They can do a little bit of everything. The team play is on point. That's not how it used to be, so it's thrilling to watch. But then it also makes me reminisce of the days of old and say, man, if I were playing, I would love to play on some of these teams here. Even outside of Eclipse, for instance. Just put me on Rush, put me on Dust Bunnies. I would love this kind of teamwork that I'm seeing. But in any case, it's a very competitive second round. 5:30 left, 6-5. Gonna be sent over to the bottom, taken by White Fox. White Fox, a lot of jukes and crabs, but getting the grab. It's Tantrum once again. Another great save from Tantrum here in this series. Now, off into the bottom, it's Bart Star sending it to Snowy. Oh, too tough. Too high, in fact. A rebound, though, might be had. Some brawls from Snowy will actually enable, well, maybe Salty to gather, but actually just pass the hands as well. So this is going to be into the orange bubble now and open for a stack to maybe take a lead. Let's see. Cakester with the disc for Dust Buddies. Very tough on that catch. Coming in quickly off the stacks. And man, the pace here is just really picking up. The points, there it is. As we often see, gets in those chaotic back and forth situations. Sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath and then find that pass, find the goal.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
All right, back to the midfield here again. Pardon me because my voice is really stressed right now. I can't drink enough water, it seems. With that said, Bart Star having a steal. And Pally want to join Extinction. We'll kick Whoosh. Don't kick Whoosh. I want to see Whoosh. I like seeing Whoosh on stream. Always entertaining. Always entertain Ping even. But that said, Bart Star here with the disc has Salty Raccoon in the vicinity, but they'll back it out instead. Now Bart Star with the disc. Rush on offense. It's still close. Only 3 points separating these teams. Back to Tantrum. Tantrum to the shoulder to Salty Raccoon. Has Cakester defending. You can see kind of shading the offensive player there. Just trying to cut off every little avenue they might have into the bubble. So very smart defense from their team. But Salty Raccoon, some smart offense here for Rush. And in a hurry, look at it again. Another connection to Bart Star. They've gone to that a few times here in this round and in this game. Snowy Fox to Bart Star. They have got that telepathy. They know exactly what plays they want to execute there. Very well done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The round has begun. Blue clears it out.
Now a very, very deep rollout here. Crisscrossing. And some apple saucing, in fact. They brought it back there within 3 again. Dust Bunnies, not too bad. I told you guys earlier, I cast Dust Bunnies a few weeks back. And again, I think it was against Schrodinger's disc, but I'm still not confident in that. But we saw a epic comeback kind of situation with a big save that turned into a goal on their end. I mean, right now playing from behind and behind a little bit more. This time a more traditional dunk from Bart Star. Not needing an assist, just assisted himself.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Abshu in there a little early on talking about Eclipse and pushing the meta and stuff, and you know, I appreciate that for sure. I mean, the thing is, I definitely want to give full credit to these teams, because you know how it goes though. As the game grows and gets mainstream, as Echo certainly has been in the VR scene, I mean, it's the same with any sport, right? It's like if you go and look at the old days of like basketball or, you know, any sport there, it's different dynamics because a lot of teams spent time figuring it out. Of course, you got to hand it off to people and teams like Joker and King Gorillas who faced off earlier on, right? They were right there developing the meta with the rest of us, and they are still here holding strong today at the top form in Master Division. So that's the thing. It's great to see all these new teams coming in, learning fast and adopting these metas that were set in years prior. And it's one of my favorite parts about casting is just seeing that competitive community continue to grow. With such health, indeed. With that said, it's Snowy Fox over to Salty Raccoon. They're up by 7. This is starting to get a little tough, a little too tough maybe for a comeback for Dust Bunnies. They gotta make it quick. But even then, Rush is just looking good for this victory potentially soon. You know, just executing with such precision and good decision making in this round. And it's really bought them just enough scores. And again, they weren't difficult, complex scores in a sense, right? They scored 2 or 3 alley-oops right at the bottom of the goalie's feet. But that's the thing. You don't need to score super fancy. If you can find one play that works, if you can find one, you know, set of passes that works between teammates like Bart and Snowy there for a while, then use it. It's about working smarter, not harder. That was always you know, our philosophy when I was playing the game. And a nice save, but take back. Oh, what an interesting ding. That was a crazy set of plays there. Great save, and then the take back, so maybe another chance, backboarding it, but slapping it out. That was a very, very strange set of interactions there. I don't know how that dunk missed, honestly, because it was just a big cluster up, but looked like maybe too long of a wingspan. With that, though, it's Rush. They will muster through this sweep. But Dust Bunnies still playing well on the whole, but just couldn't quite find that same rhythm and enough of it to get that advantage in round 2. So 14-7, going the way of Rush in a very fun game. Alright, so off to the score screen, again courtesy of Ignite VR. As ever, always. For me, give me a second here. Gotta chug some water. So, casting pro tip. I always tell this to the casters. It's one of those, do as I say, not as I do. Make sure you hydrate in advance because it takes a little extra time for the water to hit the vocal cords, you know, and actually fully hydrate. It's one of the last things in your body that does hydrate. This is health science, folks. I'm just telling you. Because right now I'm in pain, and it's all my fault. Nonetheless, taking a look at what happened here on stats. Let me bring them up on my side. Dust Bunnies with, well, Cakester, a couple of assists, 1 steal, 18 stuns. Skyla, 4 points, 2 steals. He had Shepard with 5 points, 1 assist. And White Fox putting in 6 points, 3 assists, and 2 saves, as well as 1 steal, 13 stuns. So actually a full stat sheet there for the Foxy one. Over on Rush, it was Salty Raccoon with 4 points, 1 save, 1 steal, 19 stuns. Snowy Fox, a big game, 10 points, and 4 assists. Like I said, big game. As Snowy Fox will also put in 26 stuns, and a lot of those assists going to Bartstar, as I mentioned, that dynamic duo it seemed like with those alley-oops. Bartstar having the 14 points, 5 assists, 2 saves, 3 steals, and 24 stuns. So also stat sheet stuffer was Bartstar. And then Tantrum with 2 points, 2 assists, 3 saves, and 6 stuns. So everyone on Rush really doing a lot of good things to will their way to victory here. But yeah, hats off to Rush. That was fun. Okay, what's next? Asking Schlartz. Good question. Well, let me do a refresh on the schedule here, and I will officially officialize what I'm doing next. Wow, there are, I don't know if you hear my mouse wheel scrolling. There are a lot of games I had to just scroll through. There were so many played tonight. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I see Unforgettable Extinction did. You guys did in fact reschedule, so, which I'm sure you mentioned in the chat. I probably just missed it because I'm bad. But yeah, all right, you guys will get streamed, no problem. We'll have in 25 minutes from now Flatliners versus Andromeda being casted on channel 1. Following that will be indeed Extinction versus Unforgettable, and Unforgettable we just streamed moments ago, like before this match, so we're gonna get to see them twice, which is awesome. And that will be preceding Coco's Unnamed Team versus Harmonics, which will close out the night. So that's our schedule. Not a worry in the world. And there you go. I even officialized it on the Discord. So yeah, we can all be merry. Schlart saying, "Fartliners, you've gone too far." That's a season ban for Schlart. really inconvenient since you're playing in an hour. But Late Toast as well. Late Toast will be seeing in that game. And NATO Potato, yeah, no problem. Happy to do it. Not just me, of course, the casting, but you know, had so much for subtlety on Channel 1. Sir Dimwee, we had Glean, Nightfire, Sputnik Cobra as well, manning Channel 2, I believe, and you know, full team effort from the casting side of things. Not just me, but appreciate the love. You know, it's like a give and a take, right? It's like you guys give the casters and the streams love, and then we give it back because we like to feature the teams. And after all, a lot of our casters are on a lot of these teams. I'm just the weird one who doesn't have a team. So, but yeah, all our pleasure. Other than that, Salty Raccoon stopping the chat with the hearts there. GG's, glad to see you on the stream and more ways than one. That was a fun game. But yeah, okay, so until, where's my clock? 24 hours. 24 minutes from now. I need some drinks. I've been Palidore. This has been Water. And until next time, be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. And I'll see you on Channel 1 really soon. Take it easy, guys. Schlart.
We're underway.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.